I have a favor to ask you guys, and this is something that's been really difficult for me to kind of just put out there. And this is definitely something that I'm going to incorporate into this video, which is live your own life. And this favor that I'm going to ask is me getting over a fear of mine in order to chase a dream of mine. And what that is, the favor that I want you guys to do, if you truly support me, if you support my channel, if you support the message that I try to get across through my videos, I ask you to make a Twitter account, and if you already have one, great. And choose your favorite video of mine, a video of mine that you felt has really impacted your life, that you felt has been really beneficial to yourself and many other people. And send a tweet including the link to that video of mine to Hutch. And for those of you that don't know who Hutch is, I'll put his link to his channel in the description below, as well as his Twitter. I want you guys to do this to give me the opportunity, or to rather allow me to have the opportunity to possibly collaborate with Hutch. This is something that I've really wanted to do recently, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, this is a recent passion of mine, as of, I'd say, the past 2 months or so, and I've really had so much respect for Hutch when he came back to YouTube, and the reasons he did it, and the way he stood up for himself back at Machinima and the offices and whatnot, and the way he came back from all that. You know, he's someone who has a strong sense of leadership, self-opinion, and individuality that I respect to a very high amount, and I really adore his ability to really be himself and live his own life. You know, he's not afraid to stand up and voice his opinion, and he's not afraid to just chase what he wants to chase in his life. You know, he dropped a job that was paying him a lot of money to go back to his hometown and really become one with himself again. And this is something that I think is so strong in the topic of my commentary, which is live your own life. Because, you know, Hutch had an opportunity where he was making a lot of money, and he was doing a lot of really great things, and he found himself unhappy after a certain amount of time. And, you know, he had a lot of people, I'm sure, telling him, you know, you got this great job. He knew inside of himself, I've got this great job, why should I leave? I'm getting paid to do this, and all this other stuff, but yet he wasn't happy. And I think the fact that Hutch was able to stand up and walk away from that and go back to his hometown, work at a job where he made much less, I'm sure, than he was making at the offices in Machinima Respawn, and really just reflect on himself, reflect on his life, and turn himself around from living in a depressed, unhappy state to, and I could tell this the second he came back, and I followed him on Twitter, and to a much happier place in his life. You know, he's married now. He's moved to another place in California, and he's back doing videos on his own channel with his own vibes. You know, he's making his own content, which is what I think he's always wanted to do. And now he has the opportunity to do that for a living. And I think that that's so amazing that he stood up for himself like that. And the fact that he can now do what he loves and is clearly creating a path that is truly his own and not somebody else's, or not one that he subconsciously might have thought was for him or the right way for him to go, but rather one that he truly knows that he wants to create himself, is a total byproduct of him standing up for himself and getting over his fear and saying, no, this isn't what I want. And, you know, he went back to his hometown, did all that stuff, and now he's in a place where he does what he wants. And I think that fear drives our lives so much. What a lot of us tend to do is put fear in the driver's seat of our lives. We sit in the passenger seat and we say, hey, fear, go ahead and take the wheel, man. Do whatever you want, you know. I'm too afraid to stand up to my parents and say, I don't want to be a doctor, but I'm too scared to actually tell them that, so I'm going to go ahead and be a doctor. And as the road trip continues on towards getting my degree and becoming a doctor, I'm going to slowly get mad, slowly get depressed, and slowly realize, what the hell am I doing? You know, I should have been going the other direction towards a degree in film, or whatever it is that you guys want to do. And life is all about taking that initiative, just like Hutch, and standing up for yourself and kicking fear out of the driver's seat and saying, hey, bitch, you know who drives this car? I do. I take the wheel. It's all about that moment in your life where you really stand up for yourself and you take the wheel in your own life and you say, hey, Today's a day where I take the wheel in my life and I start creating my own path. Because I don't forget that this life of mine is unique, beautiful in itself, and it's full of opportunities. Many, yes, many, but every single one of those is unique because don't forget, guys, that this is one life that we have. And you don't get second chances to go back in the past and take up an opportunity that you decided not to take up on at that current moment in your life, or try something else, or stand up for yourself, or whatever. So don't forget that. And I wanted to end this video with actually a really cool spin, I kind of feel. It's from a music video, a song by Avicii, and I think it's just Avicii. It's like Avicii versus Nick Romero or something like that. It's called "I Could Be the One," and I think that the music video, along with the song, carries a great message. And it's really just the message that I got from it was, you know what? This chick is afraid to stand up and say, I hate my life and I want to make a change, but I'm too scared to do it because I'm in a routine, and you know, my job has security, and what if I step out of my job and I lose my security and blah blah blah, and she lets all these fears keep her from actually chasing her dreams or actually being happy and doing something else. And although it doesn't show what she does when she quits her job, I think the fact that you watch the video and you see her progress and you finally see her hit that point where she's like, you know what? What's my goal today? To not give a fuck. And I'm going to do what I want. And that's, you know, obviously that's a little extensive, but I really like the message that this video carried across. You know, stand up and do you. Do you. So I think it's a super, super important message, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I was a little nervous just at the possibility, just maybe, I'm sure it's like 1 in a million that Hutch will actually see this video, but it's a little nerve-wracking, so if you guys felt like I was a little more wishy-washy than usual, my apologies. But this is a learning process for me, making a commentary under pressure. I think that's good for me. It's a good growing process and all that stuff. So I appreciate you guys giving me the honor to do so. And if you guys do support me, like I asked in the beginning of the video, I give you many thanks. I promise I will give every single one of you guys that helps me out credit. And if you don't want to, that's fine too. I totally respect that. But guys, thank you so much for the time you spent on this video. I very much appreciate it. And I will catch you guys later. Have an awesome Tuesday. Peace.